Let's talk about what happened today. Today is, of course, Manipulation Thursday. And I should have known it was gonna be completely manipulated because tomorrow is option expiration Friday, and the volume, a lot of the options trader we're going in earnings. A lot of the option traders, everybody's in the game right now. So they are not going to let you have an easy day. It was completely, I mean, one of the most frustrating days I've ever seen in recent history. I mean, I probably will not be doing a runner, and this is the results of the runner. Lost 500, selling the October 29, 34.50 call option, hoping to be able to see the price performance better. Well, of course, I'm not going to see the price performance better when it's completely manipulated and it's completely high stress because essentially, your account was just my account was just going, in the wrong direction, and every time it looks like it was going to drop, Amazon was going to drop, it just get completely manipulated back up. It was just, yeah, completely high stress, and I'm probably not gonna hold the runner anymore, yeah, until earnings is over at least. So what happened, like I said, in the morning, I was gonna buy the 3400 at the 13 level, which is a perfect execution. Here it is, at the trend line right here, was at 13, perfect execution, and of course it jumped up as Amazon retested the 15-minute trend line. So as it touched the trend line on the 3400 put at 13, which is meeting up with the 15-minute trend line, of course that was 1310. Took the profit for 200. Perfect execution right here. Don't need this screen anymore. And then what I do, sell the runner. Okay, I'm gonna sell a call option to hold a runner because I have been missing out on the price performance and not being able to see what's going on, especially yesterday. I'm missing out on this opportunity because I didn't hold a runner. Same thing with Monday. Wait, this is Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Said I should have held a runner. Didn't hold a runner. Didn't have a runner. Didn't have a runner. Today, of course, I would want the runner and took it right at when did I take that? Right at in the morning at 9:44. Exactly at 9:44. Let's just say close to 9:45. And of course that would be what would be 9:45 right around right here. So on this run up on Amazon, I actually it was the 5 minute, yes. So that's why I took. So right at this 5 minute trend line, I said yes. Let me go ahead and sell one call option and expect and hold it to be able to see the price action. Well, it was it was not easy. I mean, it was just you know it didn't go down essentially. What I was expecting was more technical. You can say this is technical, but it was not technical. It was not technical. It was like I couldn't play the upside. I don't think I bought any call option. Let me see. Yeah, I really, I mean, I bought one call option at the end, I guess. Buy to open, sell to close. And then of course this is to close out the run, and so I really didn't even hold that call option whatsoever. Um, and the reason why I didn't, I was afraid. I was afraid of the flush. Every time that runner is, of course, me anticipating, the price action to go back down to below VWAP and hitting the 15 minutes. This is the way the technicals were trying to align. If you look at the 60-minute trend chart, this behavior on Wednesday, it looks like it was going to go down and test the 3400. Well, the whole entire day, it just had support on the price action of Amazon. It wouldn't go down, and of course, I took that hit on that runner, and I made little profits here and there. No point, I don't think, going over those trades because those were just, small trades I made along the way. The frustrating part was that runner did not produce the results that I want. It didn't help me with the price action, and it didn't help me understand where Amazon was going, and it was completely stressful holding that runner and seeing that runner that my account. Here's the complete manipulation. This is the VXAZN, and the same with the VIX. So the VIX was up in the morning, which was an indication. Same with VXAN, it was indication that the day was gonna have some type of selling, complete. I mean, this is just one straight down. If you look at the dollar sign VIX, let's go ahead and put that in. Um, VIX. So there it is. And I was up in the morning, and then this is complete control, complete manipulation. I mean, you don't see this type of price action on the VIX ever. I mean, here's, this is anticipated. This is technical Wednesday. This is, it was lower and then it went down. So that is expected too. But today, this is just a weird kind of, I don't know what the heck this is. And so the VIX AZN completely went down, which meant that Amazon was supported. Every one of these trend line, it was supported on the 5-minute trend line. Look at that 5-minute trend line. Um, did I complete? Did I completely miss the bias of Amazon? Did I completely not see what's going on? Yes, I completely did not see it because when it's manipulated like this, it's just, it's just hard to see. And then it's, at this point where it was selling off, I didn't know how far it was going to sell off, to be honest. And, I just had to get out of the runner because they might have just kept going up. I mean, the QQQ, the NASDAQ, was all the way up here. And so I was afraid, of holding this runner and then having it gap up tomorrow, which without a protection put, I wasn't going to sell a protection put because I've got burned on that as well. I think that was on Monday. Where was that? Where I held a protection put, and then yeah, so this was Monday, the protection put. Tuesday, it went completely down, and guess what? So now Amazon, the whole entire market, or the whole entire high tech, every one of them is now getting flushed in the extended hour. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Down, whatever is down. I forget. I think this is the daily right here. It's not showing, of course. but it's down quite a bit. I guess overall it's down, here it is, down 20 points. 20 points. As I looking at my other computer, and Google is down 78 points. I mean, this is completely, uh, what is that? What is that? I mean, I don't even understand that, to be honest. How is it down 76 points? Shopify down 22 points. How is that even possible? Shopify was strong the whole entire day, down 22 points. Roku's down. Facebook is down. Look at Facebook is down, completely down. Yeah. This is not making any sense at all, and it's all because of Snapchat, reporting that their privacy concerns, their revenues were hit on privacy constraints on Apple or whatever you want to call it. And so that was the results of what you see for all the other high tech, um, Google, Amazon, Roku, Shopify, Facebook. I mean, this is completely absurd how controlled this market is, or manipulated. It's just completely manipulated. I mean, so the longs, I don't know what's going. The longs, was this all collusion? Was this price actually completely collusion? And then they know in the aftermarket it was gonna crash like that? I don't know. It's hard to say whether they knew it was gonna happen or not. All I can say is had I kept had I held that runner, and I was thinking about holding that runner, and you know what? If it didn't correct, if this isn't correct, if it was staying up here, I would have held that runner. There would be no way I would have covered that runner for a loss of 800 or 900. I would have just, ate that loss. And guess what? After hour, boom, made it all up. So it's just, yeah, this is going to be difficult. I think technical analysis is not going to for this next few weeks of earnings, technical analysis is going to be extremely difficult. And I would need to be very nimble and just looking at all the signals and after hours. Essentially, what this means, after hours are going to move more than intraday. So whatever I'm not gonna probably not gonna hold any position into the close because it can go either way. Most likely, the way it looks is that it's going to go the opposite way, based on what we're seeing with its earnings. Potentially bad news would trigger that escalator down, that control manipulation. Boom, this type of results. I don't think. I mean, I guess it can happen on the upside, but how many owners, how many companies are really going to report stellar earnings and on top of that, great guidance? Netflix didn't do it. Snapchat didn't do it. So I think the writing is on the wall. Maybe this is the precursor, and people are using this as a signal of the owners to come, including Google, including Shopify, including Apple and Amazon and Facebook. Maybe the earnings are going to trigger a huge market correction. We don't know, but based on this, now I think tomorrow they're gonna rescue this. There is no way they're not gonna rescue this. In the whatever the manipulators are going to do in the aftermarket, maybe tomorrow, if we're lucky, if I'm lucky, you know, Snapify is obviously dead. But let me just put in Google, and and I'm gonna put in the 15 minutes here. Yeah, so it's gonna gap down to what, all the way down below what the heck? It's gonna be below the 60-minute trend line. It's going to be below the 60-minute trend line. This is we'll see what happens if they're gonna rescue it in the pre-market tomorrow. But you know what? Sometimes you get these big gap down, and they just gonna continue to sell it off. They just tomorrow might just be a continuation. That Monday we saw that one time where it was just here it is. I don't forget what day it is, but it's just one of these type of days, right? That, which is on a Friday option expiration, So maybe buy the straddle. I might consider buying the straddle because there is no way, based on the manipulation that we're seeing right now, that whatever gap down, if it's a huge gap down, whatever situation it is, there is no way that it's gonna stay flat. It's gonna move. But the thing is, the options are gonna be very expensive. That's the problem with the huge gap down tomorrow. If there is a huge gap down, if they don't rescue it in the after hour or the pre-market. I mean, it's just gonna be it's such a big gap down that the options, at whatever level, it's gonna be expensive. All the options are gonna be expensive, and you don't know what direction it's gonna go. You have no idea if it's gonna continue to flush or it's gonna go up. You know it's gonna move wickedly, but if you buy the straddle, I don't know if that's gonna be profitable because the options are gonna be so expensive. I might just wait for extreme. That's probably the case. Wait for an extreme. If it flush, wait for it to flush completely. If it rescue, wait for the rescue on the extreme and then get the puts, or the opposite way, on the flush, get the call option. That's really the only thing you can do. But yeah, that runner, definitely not gonna do a runner anymore, at least until earnings is over, because it's just not worth it, in my opinion, the way it's going.